Blessed, 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 and welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Morning, people. Welcome. We're here this morning. And we're here this morning for two reasons. Two reasons alone. Talk Jamaica. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in his law, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Morning, morning. Share up this live, yeah. There's two reasons for me being here this morning, and two things we want to talk about in the space. Talk Jamaica. Bad men strive when good men stay silent. Welcome to Portland Spice TV on YouTube. We're on TikTok too. But I invite my TikTok friends to make sure you subscribe to Portland Spice TV, because this is where there's a consistent flow of information. So the two things we want to deal with this morning. Ralston Iman, contributor to this channel, and a man that we have the utmost respect for. We dub him the best financial analyst in the Caribbean, this side of the hemisphere. Ralston Iman said Jamaica's debt to GDP is back at 115%. Minister of Finance vex. Lot of GLP vloggers and bloggers vex. That's one of the reasons why we are on TikTok this morning. And we come here because we see the thing different. And we are ready to have a discussion about this, because we stand by what Ralston Iman said. We stand by it. And we stand by what Jesus Christ said. Because he who dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadows of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the pestilence. You see, the Almighty God give us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But it is for us also to seek more. Open your minds to have more. We also this morning want to talk about the fact that the government has only touched 20% of the people in the West who are in need of government assistance, social assistance right now. So we also want to talk about that, and anybody who believes that is okay. Because we have a problem in the country, you know, when we are not all saying the same thing. And this is now not about defending your side. The only side now is the people. And those of you who are putting politics in it need to stop. Every question somebody asks, you add politics to it. PNP has asked this. PNP has said this. PNP has said that. A PNP alone attack? What happened to civil society? I don't speak for the PNP. I am a member of the party, but I am not vested with the responsibility to speak on behalf of the party. So when I come here and I talk, when Ralston Iman speaks, we speak as Jamaicans with the best interest of the country at heart. And therefore, if you have nothing to add, stand down. This is not a time for defense, because we are pointing out what is not happening. If we had sat back and said, make it crash, you think 20% of the people that get food? It would have been 5%. We don't want that. We want everybody who need help to be touched. And we are saying that the country has the capacity to touch these people. You know, like we can't touch them. But because people are being selfish and upping at themselves, they are pushing people aside. It is only the government that can call the opposition and civil society to the table. It's a one-way street. When the government can show us where they have done that and there has been refusal, then we will speak to the other side. But for now, it is only the government you can talk to. What the opposition is doing, as Mark Golden constantly says, is trying to help. And for those of you who don't understand the context of what Mark Golding was saying when he said it here last Wednesday evening, that there are people who voted for him who he represents. When it comes down to the core of the argument and you are being pushed aside, you draw for the raw data. And that was data. Those are not, that statement that Mark Golding made is a statement of fact that 403,000 people went out and said, this is the man we want to run the country. You get 10,000 more, so you win. However, in a time of crisis, where you are also saying that all hands are needed on deck, show me where the Prime Minister has called the opposition to the table. They have set up committees. No opposition member sits on any of those committees. Those committees also do not have civil society, do not have the church on them. And we're talking about the committees that have been set up after the hurricane. Now, if the government was talking about unity and all hands on deck, then they would have called people to the table. We see him just now talk about the rebuilding agency. He has not named the members for it as yet, because it came up just after Dr. Peter Phillips was on Power 106 talking about it. Some people this morning, with a hear upon them two issues there. The reach, Damian Crawford, and we're not, you see, these are not an opinion either. The head of ODPEM. What the man say? Including partners, not just the government. So the government by itself no hand out 100,000 food package yet. Tell her! 20 odd days. If it wasn't for the people of Jamaica, there would be starvation down there in the West. And all we are saying, that the government needs to do more. The government can do more. The government needs to accept outside advice. In Proverbs, it says, the lack of counsel makes the people fall. Where there is counsel, there is safety. So, Prime Minister, don't limit yourself to the choir. And those of you who are out there, if you have questions, this channel, we do a minimum of 4 live per week on Portland Spice TV. Call us and ask us the question. We have an open phone number. If you call and ask a question that we can't answer, we will get the answer for you. We are going to find out. Because that is what this channel is about. The truth, giving information, no matter which side it falls. We are ready to facilitate any GLP spokesperson to speak on any matter that they want to speak on. We are open. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good morning, Colin. How are you?
Let me give out the number. The number is 876-804-7072. That's 876-804-7072. We don't screen our calls. Go ahead, caller.
All right, so I hope you're okay.
In most parts.
Okay, so when we asked, or when persons had requested for the government to use container housing to provide a shelter for these persons in the West, it wasn't said or meant for it to be permanent housing. because we also know that that kind of housing is very risky. So far, the government has not delivered one to my
It's
information. I
it's
don't know if your
risky.
information is different.
Hold on. It's risky in terms of what?
Container housing, provide container housing for the persons.
Yeah, man. So you
A
said those houses are risky. What is the risk?
Well, it is still not as stable as what a concrete housing would provide.
But it's more stable than a board house, right?
It can be. And we've also seen where, even in this storm, a lot of containers were flipped,
But
moved from
but
one
but
location, lift up,
but,
practically lift up and gone to another location.
but those weren't bolted down.
Could or could not be.
Those
But the
weren't.
point I'm
I
making is
I
that,
I would go out on a little limb to say none of them that were blew away was bolted
uh-huh,
down properly.
okay. My point is that the concrete structure is more stable and less risky than the container. So a lot of persons were asking for the container housing as a temporary fix. It wasn't as a permanent fix.
All right, let me say something to you. If we're talking about the temporary fix, container house can be in the mix. Because if you put on 5,000 container house, nobody think people are going to live in them. They are going to become a thing. Right? What we are and what the government is still missing. It is not about that temporary housing that we're talking about. We need that temporary housing now. For the little old man when I have nowhere to sleep tonight, I have to beg somebody a catch. Him need to be at somewhere now. For the lady who she and her 3 children each up in her next house with about 15 other people. They need somewhere to stay now. And that's why we've been saying to the government, you're missing an aspect. You're jumping from the hurricane to waiting 3 months to get a house to live in for a year. You're missing out between that period, this period that is happening now. And that's why there are those of us who are saying that evacuation is needed. If we don't evacuate some of these people out of those spaces, we're going to have more diseases. And there's a sound of one of the C word down the west. There's a sound of a C word down in the west. We must evacuate some of those people. There's not enough sanitary convenience. There's not enough fresh water in the spaces.
Right. So, Colleen, I agree with you 100%, but persons, including myself, who had said bringing the container housing, for example, I meant that as a temporary fix.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought container housing could be brought to the era within a week. But when that wasn't forthcoming, and we see that a container
You have enough of
housing
that on the
solution,
island? You have enough container house on the island for you have container house down there in a week?
but if that is not the case, then the government should have come and said to us, we hear people asking for this, this is the position. Come and give people information so that they can have their opinions framed. That makes it what it's supposed to be with its information. But we got none of that.
Hold on. That is one of the problems because it's not only information. If you don't have the solutions, you also need suggestions. The government must be open to suggestions. The Prime Minister said he might the best baby father for ideas. He must show it now. Although we see him show when he put in the agency for rebuild, that was a suggestion coming from the other side. And we see him now backing up and saying it look like we have to go build fit for purpose shelter. But I want to say something to you on the housing because I believe in the concrete house. And I believe that we could deliver more concrete shell faster than those container houses that has to be shipped here because you're looking at about the end of February. And I believe by that time, we could have built a couple thousand shell because the idea that we have here is that you build a 20 by 12. A shell of a 20 by 12. You do the foundation, you column it up, 8 columns, and you cast the top, and you said to a man, say, help yourself, put in the siding and the thing there, because if you even put in ply siding in that can stand a category 5 hurricane. You have solid roof, you can concrete it if you want, you can block it up. That's what we believe should be done here now. And if we start that now, we can deliver a couple thousand at that quick time. Quick time.
And Colin, that is where I was going with my point. We asked for container solutions. If within a week, when I didn't see any of that happening, then the government, I'm sure, would have heard. It's not only me. Dayton said it in Parliament about container housing. So guess what? If it is that you don't have it on the island as you just mentioned, then come and say we don't have this, we want to do this, but we don't have this. So I thought that within a week, some people could, because with the Chinese on ferry have some solution similar to the container housing. We saw right after you leave the boulevard under the bridge going towards ferry to the left, another housing solution was being advertised over that to the left. I don't remember what the name of it is now. So there are other things similar to container housing or container housing that we thought a government, being a government in the position that it is in, could perhaps have some housing solutions within a week after the disaster. When we saw that that wasn't the case, we said, okay, some people have already started to rebuild, provide subsidies for building materials to the western side of the island.
Hold on for me. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Colin.
Hold on for me. Yes, madam. Go ahead and finish up.
Right. So we said then, all right, since the containers are not forthcoming as quickly as we'd want them to be, provide subsidies for building materials. Take off, for example, the GCT off of it, because some people cannot wait for the government to come and give them something. They have to start rebuilding. They have been rebuilding. We saw on social media that bloggers are helping persons build house already, and the government has not built one.
Listen,
I know of persons who have assisted people to build a whole house, finish. Persons have helped others to put on a roof, finish, and we don't see the government moving in.
Let me tell you something. You see the shell me I talk about? You can complete that in 21 days. Right?
But that is, Colin, there is a solution in Jamaica, concrete foam that is in Jamaica. 100 in Ligani was built with that material. You were saying 21 days to build that structure. I know it can take 6 days with concrete foam to build that structure like that.
I don't know about that thing there. So I'm not saying that can do. I'm just saying the idea that I have, in 21 days, we can deliver maybe 500-600. And if the government want to ramp it up and give it to whole heap of contractors, in 30 days, you could deliver 5,000 of them there. You have enough contractors, people go in and help. That shell, 30 days, you can deliver 5,000. May I tell you? I don't know about the foam solution where you talk about, but I know that
concrete foam.
Concrete foam.
Or foam concrete, whatever they call it, foam concrete.
I don't know the thing, but I have to check it out and see.
You know, 100 nightclub in Ligani beside the bank.
Yes.
They're building meat from it. And there's a company that does it in Jamaica. And if I know this, the government know this.
All right, Carla. Thanks very much.
Big up yourself.
Talk Jamaica. We're talking about the economy. A whole heap of bloggers there on TikTok. I call out a certain radio station so them put out wrong information. The information is the information that we put out as well right here. And we are saying that what Ralston Hyman said about the 115% GDP is correct. And we're calling on the minister and all the other bloggers. If Ralston is not correct, put out the correct figure and show we how you get the workings. Ralston told us how the workings come by. Put out the correct figure and show we how you get the workings. Because we are going to play how it work out why Jamaica's debt to GDP is now at 115%. So we are said to you, you're out there, I run off your mouth. See we are. 876-804-7072. Call us and give us the correct number. Call us now. Give us the correct number of Jamaica's debt to GDP. And tell us how you work it out. Because we are going to tell you how we know, say, the debt to GDP is 115%. Affected. And they are unable to give the numbers. And what numbers them give is woefully lacking. Show the government 1/5 of where they're supposed to be. That's failing miserably by their numbers. Who say otherwise? We have the numbers man on the line right now. Ralston Hyman, morning.
Morning, Colin. What's up?
But there this morning, we there look and see, and I look on the thing them where I go on, what is missing, what is not happening. I hear some people saying that we're going after the finance minister. We're out to get the finance minister. Are you out to get the finance minister, Raleigh?
Well, the finance minister, the hapless, I mean, I put the word hapless finance minister trying to get me. So what them do now, them send out a thing, say, we say the World Bank say Jamaica's debt to GDP is now 115%. She put out that yesterday, and then she try to get the World Bank to collaborate with her. But I tell her, I know a lot more about World Bank than you, Minister. So here's the point now. The World Bank said 41% of the GDP was wiped out by the hurricane. See me?
Yes.
For the minister's information, GDP was projected at 3.2 trillion.
Hold on there. I don't know if you want me to stop this and take the call. Caller, where you say? But I don't want to miss none of the man them we want call for answer me, you know. Hello, morning. Lose the call.
Last year. So if you wipe out 41% of that, that is 1.3 trillion, which is consistent with all of the estimates that everybody I get. So it means that GDP is now down to 1.9 trillion. And if the debt is 2.2 trillion, because that's a hard enough thing where people don't know. Although them say them have paid down the debt's still higher than in 2016.
But Raleigh, but we keep talking about that here, that the Prime Minister has been misleading the country by saying that they have paid down the debt. And that is totally not true. They have brought down the ratio, the debt to GDP. But when him stop at debt, the debt itself is higher than what it was 2016.
Precisely. So the debt to GDP is now up to 115%. Right? The reason why they must say we will not go down to 60% is because them did program GDP for this year at $3.5 trillion.
Right.
So that's what take us down to the 60%. So what I said to the hapless finance minister, stop running behind the World Bank. Come and tell the country what is the state and what is the right debt to GDP ratio. What is it that you have been doing?
Yeah, so why is she waiting on the World Bank to say that? Was she not supposed to know what it is?
That is why I make sure to tell her that, yeah. So you can't go around me when it comes on to numbers. Because I have the numbers. You have far more experience in these matters than you. Yes? And what I said, for all of she and her friend then, there's nowhere in the world where you could have a major economic crisis either here from the finance minister, the treasury secretary, or the chancellor of the exchequer in terms of the UK.
Or is it that they are saying that there's no financial crisis?
Almost a month. But if they all of them friend them, the World Bank, them tell them 41% of GDP wiped out. Moody's go as far as the entire GDP was wiped out.
But most of the trolls, Ralston, what they are talking about is that the head of the World Bank said that Jamaica's Jamaica action to the recovery is good. And
that person is not the head of the World Bank. That is the World Bank representative to Jamaica.
The World Bank representative, yes.
Yes, not the head of the World Bank. And we're saying she's talking garbage. The response has been poor. Everybody
But Ralston, would you expect anything else from her? That's a diplomat, don't?
Precisely. She couldn't say anything else.
So that's not a technical opinion. That's a diplomatic opinion.
Correct. And everybody knows in Jamaica says rubbish to talking. Tell the people who affected that. Tell the people in the private sector who say, although them have 6 months in benches, them can't get to the people because of the infrastructure.
Really? So, there you have it. There you have it. So we're calling all of you out there, including the Minister of Finance and their advisors. Since you say Ralston wrong, then come with the right answer. Come with the right answer. Because you can't control this information here, you know. You can't control this information here. You can't control the people who choose to believe what you say. But when the people who look for the truth is right here. We don't have to wait upon the World Bank. If you have to wait, so support the World Bank, not decide to make no statement about Jamaica. You don't have no Answer. We challenge your minister. Call me. 876-804-7072. The vloggers who believe you don't have the answer, call us and tell us. You are out there trying to beat down people, trying to beat down an entity, trying to beat down the top financial analysts on the island. So, a data we are talking about. Data we are talking about. And we want you all to come forward with your data that will show us that what we say over here is wrong. We stand by that statement. We stand by it. And Ralston Hyman is on radio. And obviously you know where he is. He's at Power 106 every week morning. Monday to Friday. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. He's on. And you can go there and him have a call-in section too. Him have a call-in segment. No, yeah. Somebody said the vloggers are paid to praise. No bias in facts. That's what we put on here. The truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. 876-804-7072. We're here this morning because we want to give them the opportunity to rubbish what we say. You know, out there, talk. See it here. Come forward. Because this morning, we're going to show the people them say, what I do? I just hype. You're not reaching the people. And what we are doing is ensuring that Jamaica don't go where Haiti go. You see the example of failure in a situation like this? It is Haiti. That's the example in a situation like this. Haiti. I don't know if you can I try hold it in a position. One can read this. This thing up on the screen say according to the World Bank, Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, physical damage from Hurricane Melissa is estimated at 8.8 billion US dollars, equivalent of 41% of Jamaica's 2024 GDP. Morning, welcome. Talk Jamaica.
Morning, Colin. Larry Giles here. Real quick.
Yes.
Have you seen the proposal from the Minister of Social Security in the Gleaner this morning?
Yes, I have seen it that they might have self-register. Hold on, let me tell you. Me see it.
Let's go on internet.
Me see it. No,
So,
you're saying this to people who don't have electricity.
exactly.
People who don't have good internet connection. No, you see these people, and that's why they need help, because them getting the thing wrong, so wrong. Ministry of Labour to launch disaster self-reporting form. What rubbish.
Right.
No, let me give the minister.
All right, let me listen. All right, let me listen to you. Go back online. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Listen to me. Listen to me. The people them need help. They need advice. You labor right vloggers, you know, think what we can do, what we can say. Maybe them not listen to we then, because they have us on the other side. They're not listening to us. But to come up with some ideas for the government, this can't be, you know. We are past 3 weeks after the hurricane. Minister, what you need to do? You need to look at your staff complement in the parishes that have not been significantly impacted. And you need to just keep a skeleton staff in them office there for, let's say, 2 weeks. You need to bring in the teachers down there down at that side that have not been severely affected. School people working at the school system, the school them mash up totally. Bring them in, get them on the ground to take the information. Get them on the ground. You should have employed some of them, the call center workers who are out of a job now, the hotel workers, government. Call them in and put them in the space to get the information. What are we doing? What are we doing? This is where the man put out. This is where the man put out. Now, you can launch this, you know. You can launch this. But we need to hear about the 2,000 people in the space down there. I get the information. You're taking too long to get the information. And if you don't get the information, it is obvious that you can't act. But you couldn't do the census. You had 10 years to plan for the census. And you couldn't do the census. And now, you only have a couple of days. It shows incompetence. It shows incompetence. People are suffering because of lack of competent management, competent leadership, competent supervisory. Good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Talk Jamaica. Don't know, it's still connecting. Don't know if something is going with the phone this morning. 876-804-7072. We're taking all your calls. Let me try and ring you back. We're wasting time. We're losing. We're losing. The government also admit to not reaching majority of Jamaicans who are in need of food, who are in need of the basic amenities. Government will reach them by the government figures. By the government figures. And I hear even Cliff Hughes, who supposed to understand these things, you know. Cliff, be careful, man. Watch your credibility, brother. The World Bank couldn't come here at this time, come say nothing less. Couldn't say nothing less. All right, bro. All right. The World Bank couldn't come here and say nothing less. Why this not connecting? Take a call upon it already. I don't know why it's not connecting. Let me refresh this. Since it's not connecting. Let me refresh, because I don't know what is happening with the phone. Calls are coming in, but they're not connecting. So let me just refresh. But more on, if we reach out to the vloggers, them, the one where I talk about the economy and the one where I talk about Jamaica do a good job. The government doing a good job in the recovery and reaching out to the people and providing the assistance. So I'm going to tell Pernell Charles Jr. what I say. Check out your offices around the island, those that have not been affected. You need to bring in some of those staff down there. Teachers down there in that space that have not been affected badly and can come out, bring them out, put them in the field to gather the data. The hotel workers down there who are out of a job now. The call center workers, call them in. Stabilize them life. Give them salary. Pay them. Put them in the space to gather the data. Flood the place with a quick. And you see, right now, yeah, boy, may I tell you, Dilly a danger, you know, brother. Dilly a danger. You have people now who are going to be afraid to go in those spaces because of what happened now, you know. And at the offset, anybody would have it go if you just do the thing quick. And that's why we've been saying to you that accept the help that is an offer. You're not accepting the help, and therefore you're not doing a good job in terms of getting the thing together. I don't know if I the phone I get trouble or that money because that one number you call and I connect. 876-804-7072. Let me tell you something. It is a serious place we're logging behind the 8 ball in this thing. Yeah. We're logging behind the 8 ball. And if we continue to log behind the 8 ball, the problem now go stop. But that person I really want to get through to me. I'm want to hear where you have to say it through, you know. Hello, morning. Ain't gonna make me call you back. Let me sort out this telephone and call you back because you're not connect. Me give you a next number for call pan. See if it's that number, yeah. If I need to sort this number out. Call me upon 876-202-9201. That's 876-202-9201. Call me upon that number there. Call me upon that number there. I'll make we see what I go on. Yeah, you just want to ring the number straight. I wonder if it's a bot. It might be a bot, you know, because them skill, you know. Them try a lot of things to see if them can disrupt the program. So them skill. Some don't know if it's a bot this. Hello? Morning. Hold on for me. Hold on. Yes, go ahead, caller. Hello?
Yeah, me there.
Yeah, man. Go ahead. Talk to me.
Yeah, me just add something to what you say.
Yes, go ahead.
Me I say, a hurricane blow from how long now? And if the people then get container house from that time, it don't make no sense. It better man just decide in mind, the donation when get to the people them, just build some house out of it, give the people them. Whether one bedroom with a little kitchen and a little bathroom, or 2 bedroom.
Yeah.
And a little kitchen and a bathroom, who have their own land and their house mash up on their land. Billy, if ever government land, cause government land are free too.
Of course.
And top run off the people, them have land. So anyway, people them will have their house.
Yeah.
Just go back there and build up house, give the people them.
Yes.
And he get enough money for the people them. So use the bill house because the people them already they get some food already. Mm-hmm. So use the bill house, make the people then can go back on their foot. It don't make no sense. Bill container again, cause it wait too long.
Me understand you about me. Yeah, so me I say build something give the people them where we can do quick and fast. Where the material that Jamaica we have to go use no US dollar for import 5,000 container home. Get the call in the contractor them. Take a break off of some of them project where not in a need right now. I'm going to go down at the west and build 5,000 concrete shell. In fact, when I look at the container homes that I am seeing and the price, and then to ship them, you have to talk about $3 million. And you have to spend US dollar.
Take them, take that money there. Build good house. We can build good house.
Yes,
and
man.
I lick people out of bread too when he do that.
Yeah. You see, and then we are going to spend. We are going to spend US dollars where we need, where we have problem. The US dollar is in problem.
And he already get the donation. So use the donation. Bill why can't bill. Housing trust did they? At that housing trust did they for? Enough people where they struggle in a storm. They throw housing trust. Bill house out of housing trust give the people them.
Carla, you are on the ball. That means say too. That means say bill house, bill shell, 2 bedroom, 2 room. If somebody have them money where they want to put on it, 2-bedroom, then put them money upon it and you get 2-bedroom, 20 by 20. You set up what the government must do. When I say the government for do, right? Is the government to give you floor, roof, and column. You put in the wall and the partition. And we are pipe it. And we pipe it. We are pipe the roof. We are pipe the floor. So we are putting a bathroom. And we are putting water stuff where you can put kitchen.
Spending money
if
at
the government
Jamaica.
spend
That's why
$2 million can give you one of that. $2 million give you one of that.
Yeah, and thief we broke out in our place because when man can't get right.
Because
if I lick out the food all time and more time they get Chinese.
Yeah, so you see if that work start down there, all of the youth them will lose them job. We'll have a job. Government, see it here now. See the plan here, government. Make concrete shell, give the people them employ Jamaicans to do them mass employment. So you try to deliver 5,000 in a 1 month. Let's go. Let's go.
We have a builder already.
We have a builder there. So you pay them. Standard payment.
We don't need training. All we need is money. Money in the house interest. We're going to take out a real fee.
Listen.
You big house give people them. Look for seeing house when in a. In a container house, you might get people container house.
This is it, Mr. Prime Minister. You can give a man a 20 or 24 by 12. 24 by 12. 2 room and a bathroom. A man when have nothing, a man who having money and can put on it, can put on the rest. You're giving him floor, columns, and roof.
Billion left 40 that they can't add on. So who want to add on whatever they want add on, free to add on.
$2 million. Me I suggest can do it. Let's say me wrong, and 3 million can do it. That's the cost of the container house. And you have the jobs right here, and you save the US dollar.
We not used to Joe. We not used to live in a Joe. We not used to live in a rain. If
right
people
now.
just have start to come up on their foot, it turn too long to get them. If you ain't come from day one, from in space all week when the breeze blow, he start drop some container house, fine. But he never, it's over 1 month ago, 2 months, you know. Build some knock house, get the people them.
Let me tell you
something.
Let me tell you something. It can be done, and this is what the government must do. This is what the government of Jamaica should do for the people of Jamaica, my dear. Give the people them. No, me want. Give the people them a proper place. Yeah? And keep the jobs.
Think about them again. They want to give one house. Same like when would take up one container house, give them. Instead, give them container, give them one piece of nug. So that they want get in and he think about say boy, he might go back there so go give him one piece of nug again. He already give him a nug already. So whether I want 2-bedroom nug or whatever nug he might give him something sensible.
Yes. Yes.
And you know, think about no container house. If person why must go give that? Some of them all a builder too, you know, because remember say some of the people they were a builder, they live in a house.
Oh, you're not hearing anything. Hold on. I know why you're not hearing. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, me I say it's same people them. When would a build backboard house, the same people them a builder, they can build knock house.
Yes. But when me I say the government can deliver the 5,000 houses to the people them in a good 30 days if we're really serious and want to get this done. Yeah, you hear me now, Obi? Obi, you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
All right, beautiful. Beautiful. So you're on now. Yes, caller. Thanks for the call here. All right, bless up.
All right.
Yeah, Obi, what go on this morning?
Hi, Colin. Morning. Thanks for having me. All right, cool. Good morning to your listeners and your viewers. Colin, a lot of things are happening, and this is why, we have been saying from day one that you need collaboration and true unity, not just lip service,
Yes.
using the word and it's not being put into action, And then your caller just now have been talking about the housing situation. And Colin, from day one, we were saying that, listen, the government should really remove the people from the space, clean the space, and so on, and get as much as of our people, especially those who are most vulnerable.
Obi,
simple for you.
Obi, give me a little more
Yes.
head space for your camera. Give me a little more head space for your camera. It's cutting. Okay. Let's work.
Good. Good. It is quite simple, Colin, for people to identify the most vulnerable and those who are all willing to remove out of the space until the space is clean and the rebuilding process started. It's a no-brainer. And I keep on saying that is why you have government, that's why you have technocrat, that's why you have agency to basically work through the logistic. You and I, Colin, we will come here and we will speak and we'll put the broad ideas or the broad framework. But it comes down to the nitty gritty in those people who are collecting pay from the taxpayers of this country, all of us, including the beggar. Because when the beggar goes to the shop to buy anything, they too pay GCT. So all of us are paying these people. So it's about them putting their brain and, using the resources to really build out the thing. As it relates to these container houses now, I would love to hear a coming together, and I would love to hear the opposition weigh in on this and the various experts and technocrats weigh in on this to see if whether or not container house is the best thing for our people. Because
Obi,
the last thing you want to do is just create a city that cannot be improved or anything, and it's stuck on that. So
Obi,
I want to side with the caller just now to say, listen, at this stage, get our builders, get the people together, and so on, and put concrete and blocks and steel in the ground and give people proper housing.
Obi.
That would be my situation. I for one, Colin, personally, I don't like this idea about a container house. I don't like it.
Hear this.
I'm not saying that it's not workable, and I'm not saying that maybe that's what the ultimate way that the government will have to go if the proper study is done. But
Obi, hold on there. Hold on there, Obi. The idea to the government is you're going to build shells 24 by 12. You can't go 24 by 10, but let's say 24 by 12. What you're going to provide is the flooring and the roof column. 8 columns you're going to put in at that. And you're going to provide a roof. You're going to deck it. Concrete slab roof. I am saying, I am depositing here that anywhere between $2 million and $3 million can build that. Bring Jamaican contractors. Bring Jamaican contractors together. Ask some of the developers to cease their projects for 2 months or let's say 40 days, because I am saying you can deliver 5,000 of these in 30 days. Yeah? So you're going to build that shell and you're going to give it to a man and say, help yourself from this. So people who have the money can put on, if they want to build 2-bedroom living room, kitchen and bathroom, that can be a 20 by 20. You understand? Yes. And the government frame out that for them. So column, roof, flooring, and then put in the partition. What that will do, Obi, is also save the Jamaican dollar, because if you're going to ship 5,000 container home, it's US dollars you're going to spend. You're going to put more pressure upon the market. What this concept will do is create a lot of job. So every young man in the area, this is a 40-day project that you're going to put in. Build back fast. Yeah? And you column up.
And we know that what happened, you have a lot of countries who are around that have containers that basically just wheel it there. They want to get it out.
Yeah, man.
They want to use opportunity to use Jamaica as a dumping ground for these containers. No, I don't think we need to go that road.
When I heard when I heard the container idea, OB, I never say much, but we have this idea, and it's an idea that a couple of us been talking about. We have a brethren who is a donor. We have Norbert Shagby. We've been talking about this, that the government should just frame it out. It's something that I have spoken to engineers about. Frame it out and give them. You can put ply in the siding. You can go block it up. You can put concrete ply in it. And you do your partition. You have a solid structure that will withstand a Category 5 hurricane. And you can deliver it. Hold on, Obi. And the main thing, it can be delivered faster than the container homes that you're coming with. If you move now.
Absolutely, Colin. And what happened to, by way of proper data collection, there, you know, you would also be in underground. I'm not talking this nonsense from here, Colonel Charles Jr., the Minister of Labour, as people for sending information electronically when people don't even have connectivity. It's one of the most nonsensical ideas I'm seeing. I see it on social media out there and things like that. I don't know that Colonel Charles could be saying that at this time. We
also give him an idea. We also have an idea for him, Obi, where we are saying the people who are out of a job down on the West, the hotel workers, the call center workers, teachers who are not severely impacted and can go work, put 2,000 or 3,000 people in the field for the next 7 days, working days, 7 working days, and you'll be able to pick up a lot of the data that you need in quick time so that you can start responding to the people.
Absolutely, Colin. And remember now that this money is that money that we're talking about wouldn't even have to come from the normal budgetary funds that were there. We can use the money that come in via the Cat 5 and the CRIF and so on and so forth. And indeed, the massive donation that we understand is coming in from both local and overseas. So money is there that can do it. We know that in terms of the heavy lifting, the rebuilding process, the infrastructural development that is to come, we know you will have to engage the multilateral to deal with that, and they stand ready to basically come in to do that, Colin.
Let me take a call. Let me take a call, Obi. Hold on, caller. Hold on, caller. Go ahead, Obi.
Yeah, man. As you mentioned, as we're talking about identifying things and how you would do this, there are some people who are just so poor and probably will not be able to find additional resources to, you know, even cover those sites or so on. The Ministry of Labour again can come in, identify those persons, and really, you know, provide some help for those who need additional help. But there are some people who will be able to take the proposal that you just posited, Colin, and run with it.
Hold on. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, good morning, Colin, and good morning, Conrad. Look here, you see, anything this government does, because of the trust deficit factor, we always look beyond, even when they mean well. You see, a lot of these containers, Colin and Conrad, they are containers that carried like carcinogenic material, right? So we know the containers where we get, where are they coming from, and what were they used for before? Another thing, these metal things, it's not like you can just drop them and people can move into them like that. They have to be refurbished. You understand me?
No,
that's gonna cost money.
I think they might get the complete ones that are. Hold on, I think they're going to get the ones that are insulated already. So and
okay.
certain things in them.
All right, that's okay. I'll take that back then. But then, Colin, your idea that you're talking about, that is more doable and feasible. Because one thing with Jamaican, you know, them only want to get a start. You see, if you drop the floor in there, the 4 or 8 column, and you put the plywood or whatnot, once Jamaicans get that, you know,
hey, listen.
pass back in 2 years and see where them are.
That is it. That is
I
it.
see, but that's one thing. You know, let me tell you, Colin and Conrad, the other day I went down west to see with an outfit with people that were doing something, and there was a little old man there, you know. I may I tell you, I want you to come ask for the thing for me now. We didn't even doubt him because we said it's for like, very vulnerable. Because we say, you young, you can't go also. Him said, no, little old man over there. So I know it pain that, and when the man get up, him could have barely walk. It pain that man at because for one thing, people in my generation will go. You see, begging and taking aid, it was not part of their forte. So a lot of people that are getting aid, it pain them out that them reach to this. That's why people mental health is being present and all of that. So give them something that's respectable, something where them can build upon, and then put them sweat equity in a Colin and Conrad. So in another 2 years or whatnot, them look on it and them feel good about it. A lot of these people are just talking get off. A lot of people had these board houses because they did not have the land tenureship. Some of them are sugarcane land. Some of them come to great grandmother and grandpapa and live on the land. So they just inherited the land. They could not build firm structures because just in case people come and say for them land, them could have chewed for one flatbed and move with it. So instead of talking about containers, Colin, I'm digging your idea of the floor, the roof, the 4 column or 8 column and whatever, and then get a couple feet piece of flat ply and start something.
Hold on, make sure just finish now, Obi. Make sure just finish. Yeah, Mary.
And I listen afterwards, Conrad, and just start something. You see, I sat that and I said, we don't want a trailer park thing in Jamaica because little from that, a container, then piece of zinc, it up this. We don't want that. We don't need that. That's a certain connotation, negativity that comes with that in America. We know what them call that. With Dayton did suggest it, and I understood Dayton at the time.
All right,
but
Mary.
now that we think it over, we need to go different.
All right. Go ahead, Obi. Thank you.
Colin, I want to hear the 3 members of parliament for Western Jamaica come out against this container situation. The people don't need it. I will share this with you, Colin, and the history is there. I wasn't around in terms of basically, being in the thing. I may have born, but certainly wasn't around in terms of seeing somebody who was participating as we are now. But there's a thing that was called the sites and services. And there are people in Jamaica who are still alive now. I think I have a caller, may his soul rest in peace, Winston. He passed on a few during the COVID scenario there, right? And Winston, he always wanted an accountant there. Max Lammy, the late Max Lammy, those of us who usually read the columns and so on, would remember Max Lammy was an economist, I think, and he was one of the early person who actually assist in basically, managing this operation and so on. And we can go and dig up this thing. It's a similar thing that you are positing now, Colin. The sites and service thing, it wasn't a complete building, but it was about the top, the flooring, and indeed those columns and whatever. Some of those houses that you see all across Jamaica now had basically started out of that project, Colin. I am not in for this concrete, for this container city. I think we should burn it out.
You see, Obi, I'm gonna tell you something. I couldn't criticize it before I was firm about a solution because we know there's a need for a solution. And container house was being deposited, and I continue to listen to it. I may say, what is it that we can do? But I am now convinced that of this idea that we've been looking at. Build out the shell them. 2 room and a bathroom. So that's why it's 24 by 20. By 12, sorry. 24 by 12. And you build that with a 2 feet cantilever upon it. So that when a man ready, a man can go do something else. You go and build it sturdy enough that you go upstairs. You can do the decking at 4 inches if you're not planning to go on it. So you're just providing a roof. But you can also do it at the 6 inches, knowing your people that we are of that nature that once you give it that, we are going to build upon it and maybe I will pick me and go upstairs. So you can go the 6-inch thickness on the roof. And you give people a solid foundation. We can deliver 5,000 of that OB in 30 days. If the government is serious.
Absolutely, Colin. We can't.
And hold on. And just say me wrong. Hold on. Just say me wrong. Let's go 45 days. We can deliver them in 45 days.
Right.
And
you want to stretch it, but you want to stretch it, Colin. I said 2 months.
Yeah, 5,000.
Right? Because we can't, because we say we're helping people. We're basically looking at the worst of the worst and things like that.
But
I am passing, I drive past an area there and the PJ Patterson Highway. Persons were just, that's a development. Persons just moved into that place, Colin. And the houses were very small housing. In the main, I think there were quads and so on. And Colin, if you ever see
yes,
the kind of construction that is being taken place there right here and now. And also, Colin, I'm going to throw this in. It's not politics, but it is just to share the idea.
Hold on, caller.
Hold on,
caller.
What Marie talk about in terms of the land tenure, Colin, this is one of the proposals that was put forward by Margaret Subonin and the People's National Party in their proposal about basically changing from the 60-year to 25 years.
Hold on,
a lot of people are on those lands that would be qualified to basically, have tenure of those lands by virtue of the time that they were on. And there are also other people who occupied those lands that were in private hands that have already gone the 12 years and supposed to basically deal with things with access, owning those lands now by adverse position.
Hold on, Wobby. Let's take the call. Let's take this call. Go ahead, caller.
Mr. Bell, morning.
Morning.
I love the idea that you have with the because if the government could go to the black factories, they could get some incentive,
Yes.
and can get the black cheaper.
Yes.
And if you just black the building right around, as you said, and put the tap on and pipe it up, electrical and plumbing, we as Jamaican would do the rest.
I would have said the black up what the government to that do.
Instead of the container, man.
Hold on, the black up what the government to that do is just the floor level, So the government to
I
provide
know that.
floor and
just
roof.
frame it out, man, and deck it, man.
Yeah.
And if you put the ply outside, you just render the inside and you don't have to do the outside.
Listen, you have so much option. You have so much option with that, my brother. Option full.
Right. It's the best plan and it would be the very fastest plan.
And what it would do is create mass employment.
That's true, man.
Create mass employment. Anjo, take it and run with it. Forget the container house.
He would save a lot of money because we have a lot of black factory in Jamaica. They could go to them and get some discount, man.
Hold on the caller. Go ahead, Obi.
Colin, this is where when I said, listen, I want to hear more stridency from my opposition. This is the kind of thing that we're talking about. So here is an idea that is positive. I expect the opposition to take this idea and basically put some pressure on the government to basically get this going. What I am not expecting that, listen, the stridence that we're talking about is you're going out there and burn down the road and so on and burn down this. No, stridency is in terms of demanding and defending things that are good for your people. And I expect the opposition, whether it will be in the parliament or through a press conference or whatever, to jump on this and to put some pressure on the government. Forget this container idea.
Yeah, man. This is going to get somebody else wealthy. This is not about getting somebody else wealthy. Because somebody's going to bring in this container, make a whole heap of money where we don't need to lose right now. So, fine. This idea was not there before. The idea is now on the table. No bother with the container. Stop, bruh. Create mass employment. Hold on. You have how many thousand people lose them work at the hotels them down so. Bring women and everybody come work on the site them. Yeah? And you do the work. Get these houses up, because what will happen also, Obi, that your contractors and your builders will work at a national price. The government create a national price that you're going to pay everybody at. And say, listen, this is also your donation to build back Jamaica. Because you have some carpenter when I work for less than $15,000 a day. But you have said to them, say, for this cause, which is a national cause, and that is why, again, All hands need to be on deck. So this is a national call. For the next month and a half, you are going to work for your country, but you are going to get pay, standard pay. Trade man I get X, labor I get Y, mass employment. Keep the foreign exchange here. Not dash on no more foreign exchange.
And I tell you something, Colin. You think it will stop there after that 45 or 60 days? I'll tell you that the people within the community, they are going to go out there, and this is where no free labor. And therefore they are more.
Tala. That is it, Obi. That is it. So when the worker go on in the community, potter cook, worker go on.
The minds of our leaders are lazy, Colin.
And you're the thing make fast, you know, Obi. You're the thing make fast.
Basically, go to parliament couple of days and things like that, and go collect big pay. They're not thinking, a lot of them.
Your column are going to be standard size.
Especially those who are in the executive, because they are the one who can trigger this. The opposition can positive view and can pressure them. But all of this is incumbent on one Andrew Michael Broger Rodham Wallace.
All right. Hold on, Obi. Let me just finish with this call. Carla, you have anything else to say?
Yes, Sabel, man. I'm saying, man, we have a lot of black factory in Jamaica, man. Go get some incentive price from them, man, and they will help, man. And it can go far. Even if you should get the material and give to the people, they will help themselves. As the writer said, they cook and eat, and friends and family come and they can even do it for themselves, man.
Listen, man. The government needs to do this and not bother with the container house. Build out these frames, give the people them. These will withstand the Category 5 hurricane, and you're moving right along, building back stronger.
And as Rush highly said, man, the opposition need to stand up and do something. So all of us gonna suffer down there, man.
All right, my brother. Enough respect and thanks. Yeah. Go ahead, Obi. Let me call back this Virginia.
Yeah, Colin. We need them kind of stridency and thinking out of the box ideas to come to conclusion, Colin. You know, some things I don't know. And I don't want to sound too critical, Colin, but I expect my opposition.
Yeah, Mr. Colin.
Hold on, Obi. Hold on, Obi.
Let's see if we will hear. Let's see if we will hear a press release issue from the opposition this afternoon. I would expect it to be issued this evening.
Well, Obi, you don't hold on. Obi, you don't know how much of them hear the idea. You don't know if they hear the idea. So, unless you are put forward the idea. But let me take this caller. Go ahead, caller.
Morning, Colin.
Morning,
Obi. But I like the topic because Obi is right, Colin is dead right. But we still have a major problem on the ground. You can't put back house in the contamination place where the people them to go. You're going to have the same problem.
And that is why the government, caller, have to do something, because the government have lands, you know. So this is an opportunity, because some people never live at them places because that's where they want to live, you know. They live there because this is what is available. So the government now must map out the government land in the spaces and say, all right, we can put 12 on here, so, and give them tenure of the land. It's the people's land. You understand? The thing not difficult.
The reason being...
Hold on, caller.
Hold on, Obi. Hold on, look for Obi.
Hold on. No, hold on. I am hosting. Hold on, caller. Hold on, Obi, man. Then hold on. Then me have to Obi. Me have to determine which one I want to talk. I mean, at the middle. So me have to determine who talk that the people them can hear. Hold on, caller. Go ahead, Obi.
I just want the caller to clarify something. Caller, what do you mean when you say the contaminated space? Are you saying that the space needs to basically be sanitized or what? Because the area, the thing about the hurricane, the damage that we saw from the hurricane, it has nothing to do with the location, you know. So what are you talking about? Please explain.
All right. Mr. Manuel left on the ground from day one. From 2 days after the hurricane, they down on the ground. You have dead animal in the water. You have other things. You have the dust of blow up on the people. You have car driving at the same water. The stallman, he must sell the food same way, the bun and cheese, the fried chicken, the fish, all of them things, like the soup. When the bus pass, everything are contaminated. The road clean, but the people them place down clean. The debris, the debris.
Hold on, Obi, hold on. Obi, the way the system mic, hold on for me, caller. The way the system mic up, if you talk while the person is talking, nobody going to hear anything. So that's why I have to work with. That's why I have to work with me. I'm gonna tell you who talk when, so that the thing clean. All right. Go ahead, caller.
All right. You see the road clean, but the people them place down clean because the tree where them cut down still in front of the people them place it. The debris were clean off of the road, it there on the sidewalk. Everybody are walking the road. You now have no proper sanitization. Everybody leave and then go to the supermarket. Them all on the same thing. Them not wash them on. Them eat the food on the road. Them eat everything on the road. Them go in at the bus. The money, everything. So I think the government to carry a clean up crew in all of the parish them will get dominated.
All right, caller. Go ahead, Obi.
Yeah, man, and so you see what happened. What the caller is actually saying is the sanitization of the place. He's not talking about the condition that the place is not fit for people to live. You know, so and that is something, Colin, why we have been saying from day one that listen, the people should basically remove however many of them you can remove and basically sanitize the area, clean up the area. So indeed, caller, we agree with you. The areas need to be clean. And what you mentioned there, that everybody is in the same space, going wherever, intermingling with the goods and so on and things like that. So, and that's why we talk about the possibility of mass disease out in those areas. Well, when you hear about the leptospirosis that is spreading.
So you need that kind of evacuation to move vulnerable people, move children out of the space. But also in terms of building back, Obi, some of the places are swamped area. You go there right now, water still settle up. And I wouldn't suggest that the government put back those people in those spaces. And therefore, government must now identify areas in community where government land and give it to the people. Give them the shell, give them a piece of land around it, give them some government land fast and quick. And that will be the fastest way to deal with this kind of build back as well. Because if you can build a number of these shells in one area, it would be faster. But let me take another call. Thanks, caller. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Talk Jamaica. Hello?
Hello?
Hold on for me, because Obi, two things I really wanted to talk about this morning, as I told you.
Hello?
Hold on, caller. The fact that Ralston Hyman has deposited that the debt to GDP is back to 115%. And we hear some people come out and I say, Ralston has spread false news. We want to talk about that, and we want to talk about the reach, which we have been talking about, is the reach of the government as it relates to assisting the people. Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I'm saying that when Dayton Campbell suggested a container, he wasn't thinking about the people purchasing them.
No, not at all.
As far as I'm understanding, Andrew, he's saying that the people would you're going to put some through NHT and he's going to sell them to the people. Now, many of the people are also poverty stricken. So where are they going to get money from to purchase these containers? So they're not going to buy them.
They can't buy them.
So they cannot bother bring them. Because who is going to purchase these can through NHT and through what himself going to sell? He said some is going to put through some social housing program. When you do the 1-1-1-1 house.
Yes.
And cut ribbon. Well, he can get those free. The container, because a lot of them really, really not have no money no at all and living in worse condition. Terrible condition. Based on how I said some of those houses that they were living in. Those him can get free. But what is going to put you NHT and say and what he say he going to sell. Who's going to purchase those? Nobody's going to buy those. Which Jamaican going to buy a container to go live in? So you cannot bother with that. That's what navigator and if that is what he's going to do. Forget it. Because they're going to stay for the market and nobody will buy them because who buy them.
Well, we are depositing to the government that you build these shells. You say 5,000 container house. We understand that him say some of them all go through the NHT. So yes, some of them is for sale. We're not agreeing with that. We are saying that the government should put $20 billion aside to help out the people with housing. 20 billion minimum. In fact, when we look at 15% of the insurance, we are talking about $30 billion that the government should dedicate to put back people under shelter. Obi, what say you?
Indeed, Colin, we have posited quite a few ideas here since we're on, and we are hoping and praying that the government, take on board. We know that they have their operatives who will listen to these programs and so on. So let's hope it will reach the ear that it's supposed to reach. But indeed, what the caller just said as well has a lot of merit to it, as merit to it, Colin. So it's and you, Colin, you mentioned earlier. So it's a two-pronged approach. You mentioned that there are persons who may have lived in areas that are not suitable for them to live in. So you're going to identify those. Obviously, you wouldn't put those back in that particular local. So you identify those, you remove those, but persons who are there, that those houses can be rebuilt there on their property, then you go ahead and do that. So, Colin, I use this word over and over, and I'm going to use it today. It's a little word, but it's very important. It's called nimble. Nimble.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick.
Especially in a time like this. You have to be nimble, Colin.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. So we should say, Andrew be nimble, Andrew be quick. Delay is danger. Delay in this situation is 80. Go ahead, caller, if you have something else to touch on. We have the caller there? Look like we lost the call. No, we still have a caller here. Look like we lost the caller. All right, we lost the caller. Obi, the debt to GDP. And this morning, I'm calling all of the vloggers them out there who've been coming at Ralston, coming at the argument. It is an argument that we endorse, that the debt to GDP in Jamaica right now is at 115%. Who say we're wrong? Come tell we your figure and show we how you work it out. Let me go to the caller first. Go ahead, caller. Turn off the instrument in the background. If you listen to that, you're going to be thrown off. You have to mute your TV. You have to mute your TV. If you listen to us through your TV, you're going to have a massive delay. Go ahead. Hello?
Go ahead, man.
Hello?
Yeah, man. If you listen to the TV while talking to us, that going to confuse you. Because you're going to hear yourself after you talk. So you have to mute the TV. Go ahead.
Yes. So what I want to talk about is the government, they're saying that they're going to give houses to these people. But what the government is not telling us is that in order to give you those container houses, you're going to have to provide proof that you own those lands.
That is one of the requirements.
I tried to get water on my property down there. And the hassle that they gave me to prove that this property belongs to me. You know how many people live down there and lands that they inherit from either parents or other relatives?
Yes. All over Jamaica, it's the same situation.
Yeah. So them just not gonna say, okay, all these houses, people that lose their houses, they're gonna come right there and put back a structure right there. No, they're not gonna do that.
Not
And
necessarily.
they're saying that, okay, you have already existed property here, in which this is how they should go. Since we have a structure here already, they're gonna just replace it. Even though the people that lose their houses, they have that, they're not going to give them houses right there unless they can show some proof.
Well, there are mechanisms in Jamaica to show proof of ownership, or some mechanism that says you've been living there for X time. And there's also the thought that, as you said a while ago, if there was a building there and you were living there, you put back the building. Now, who owned the land actually owned the building? Because if you never owned the building, you wouldn't have lost a building. You understand? So you can still deposit that thought, as well as there are some things that goes with the territory. Government will give you a solid structure, they want to know say a feel. But one of the arguments we are also putting is that whether the land a feel, if it is a space that you don't want people to live back, you must give them land immediately. Government have enough land. Government not short of land. So it's the will to take care of the people. Obi.
You're absolutely correct, Colin, because what happened, it's we talk about the whole business of land tenure, and regularization and all of those sort of things, Colin. It's a grand opportunity for us to basically do that.
Yes.
One of the things, Colin, if we check back the history book, those who basically did the heavy lifting, those who suffered in terms of their life, blood, sweat, and tears, our foreparents, they did not get anything in the main. While the planters, they were compensated. Colin, we're at a point in Jamaica now where descendants of those people must be compensated. And here is a glorious opportunity to compensate our people.
Yes. Give the people them land. Somebody in the chat room say a God land. Go ahead, caller.
So Colin, you know what I heard him say in a recent news conference is that there were 3 categories of people that were where their property got damaged.
Mm.
You have the ones that have structure, that they lost their structure, and they have insurance to cover that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He said he's not going to help those people. And then you have a second category that they don't have insurance, but they can do something for themselves to start building, and those people, he will help them. And then you have the last category that those people, they have no insurance and they have no means of being able to put back their structures. And him say, I'm not going to help everybody. Him can't help everybody to build back their houses, the ones that lose their houses.
He must help everybody.
People are still going to left out outside and not be able to build back their houses.
Obi, go ahead.
Listen, we are not talking about those persons who have insurance to do whatever. And so we know that 99.99% of the people who are devastated, who were in board structure and so on, and probably some of the houses were basically just not fit for purpose. And so those persons has to be held 100% across the board of them. As it relates to the other building or other people who had insurance and all of those sort of things, those are the very few that are easy to be identified. So it's really a no-brainer.
Thank you, caller. You have anything else?
That's it, man. Thank you.
Thanks for the call. 876-804-7072. Obi, we're calling on the vloggers and the bloggers. Them with them there. We say the man numbers wrong. We want to defend that this morning. And Obi and myself, we can defend it. We don't even need to call Ralston. Because it is a no-brainer. Is it that you want to bamboozle people while you're out there talking about wrong figures? Then come with the right figures, no? If the figures are wrong, why you not come with the right figures? And show you how you work it. Go ahead.
And also, Colin, they are saying that the World Bank did not say so. Raleigh didn't say the World Bank said it. Raleigh based.
Sorry about that.
about what we have lost in GDP. And when you basically do the extrapolation of the numbers, then certainly you come to 115% of GDP, debt to GDP ratio.
Obi.
That's how you get there. It's not a matter of saying that the World Bank said. The World Bank now to say it.
Obi, you see those who out there talking about it, they're out there exposed their dunceness. It cannot be nothing else. Because, hold on the caller. Hold on there. Obi.
Morning.
Hold on a little bit, caller. The World Bank put it out. Zin? The World Bank put it out and say that the thing they at a place 40%, 41% of our GDP has been wiped out. Yeah? 41% of our GDP has been wiped out. Now, if 41% of our GDP wipe out, it's simple mathematics. So why you can't do the maths? It's simple maths. Basically, it show you say, it show we who you really are now, you know. That you not think for yourself. There is no critical thinking among the item. World Bank, unless you are going to deny this, unless you're going to deny the fact that World Bank said $8.8 billion equivalent to 41% of Jamaica's GDP. Jamaica's GDP was $3.5 trillion last year. And it is projected to be at that this year. If you wipe out 41%, do the calculation. Minus 41% from 3.5 and see where you're there. And you know where the debt is $2.2 trillion. The debt no go down. No listen to the lie. Make we hear the caller. Go ahead, caller.
Morning, Obi, and your listeners.
Morning.
Yeah, kindred spirit. Alike man, think alike. I endorse the concept of the shell house.
Yes.
Constructed from concrete slab and all of that.
Concrete, cement, steel, sand, and gravel.
Yes,
Jamaican products.
Yes, man.
We don't need to go spend no US dollar.
You're going to have the snowball effect where it increase the spending in the community, and by extension, it must help economy.
It's a mass employment for 2 months. Carry to 2 months,
exactly.
As Obi said. Push it to 60 days.
Exactly.
2 months,
exactly.
Mass employment.
I'll add one little thing to it though. As it relates to the unit, it must come with solar panels. Must. That way it leads our lens towards energy independence.
It's slab roof. Anything can go upon it. It's slab roof.
Yes, man. That's
even adding to the idea is better. We don't mind that.
So that there would have been a mandatory thing. Once you give it, you have to furnish them with some solar panels. That way, them hit the ground running. Them can expand on that as well. Both the house and the energy generation capacity. You understand? Yeah. Another thing too. This has nothing to do with what you said, but I was just looking at the misplaced priorities of the government. I don't know if you remember the past. In the recent past, they had 2 by-elections that were not necessary, right? Yet you spend 30 million for each of them, and you give now 10 million per constituency. The same constituency, you know, where you give them 10 million for try build back. What the hell I can do? You waste 30 million each for 2, and you just give 10 million each. Make it make sense.
Rubbish.
Make it make sense.
Rubbish, brother. Rubbish.
My.
Hold on, caller. Hold on. As you talk about the squander, there's a lot of money this government squander. Whole heap of money. I'm sure Obi want to talk about some other squander money then.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Obi.
Well, no man, I'm listening to the caller. You're so correct. It's a lot of squandering have taken place. You know, we look at the unaccountability. We still have this argument with the unaccountability of not saying that it was stolen, but the unaccountability of $3 trillion. We don't know how much of that went down the garden park. We also look at the spending down there Cornwall Regional Hospital, and right now things are even much worse, Colin. But to dovetail back into the conversation there that you have been talking about, Colin, with the mass employment, there are another group of people here in Jamaica who, because of the hurricane, their business have basically taken a hit. And we're talking about truckers and so on.
Yes.
With this now, the truckers would basically be in
right
for some
Listen.
good business as well.
Oh,
So
God.
Beneficial all around, Colin. Also,
Yes.
I want to just prove by saying this, Colin. The economy would basically start immediately back up on an upward trajectory, because this would be monies that would be pumped into the economy, into the business. People would be earning income. So immediately we'll start to see that this deficit in the GDP could start back on
you light a fire in the place, man. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, I want something thinking to the average man out there. This same allocation of 10 million in Colin and OB. If you do the maths, since 2011, the last census would have the average constituency having at least 43,000, on average, 43,000 persons. If everybody should make a claim from that 10 million, it would trickle down to $232.55 per person. Per person. Tell me what I can buy in a Jamaican dollar what I talk about, not US. So tell me what could I buy? And I hung up after that. You tell me.
All right, my brother.
What is last week at I think one of the, and I'm going to promote the place, about 2 patties, and it's 2 beef patties. It's $300 each.
$300 each. So you said the money can't even buy a patty.
And if you go Devon House, their patties are much more expensive.
All right, Obi, we know you're there on a time schedule, so we're gonna make you basically give you your take on this whole argument where the minister try to run with that the numbers the World Bank did not say it. Go ahead.
All right. Well, first thing first, we're asking the minister to basically, we're inviting the minister. Certainly, I sent the minister a communique inviting her to join me on my program at Newstar 93 FM tomorrow at 10:30. The minister may not be able to join me at that time. I extend the invitation that she can join me anytime next week or whenever, between Mondays and Thursdays, anytime between 9 and 12. I am not on paper nor I like her, right? So it is not about me trying to embarrass anybody or so on. All I want is information for the people. So since you said the argument is that this is not so, we want to give you the opportunity, the space, Madam Minister of Finance, to basically explain to your Jamaican sisters and brothers what is the lay of the land. And indeed, we want to know too, Colin, what is the game plan as it relates to the engagement of the multilaterals. We need those kind of information from the minister. As it relates to our brother and friend Ralston Hyman, I stand in his defense and I continue to say Ralston Hyman is arguably the best, not just in Jamaica, but in the Caribbean. He understands the numbers, he understands the whole apparatus, and indeed, he is a master communicator in terms of basically explaining the thing so even the grade 6 student is in a position to understand, Colin. So let's continue to ask for information. Let's continue to put ideas out there, Colin. And we hope that what we're doing is not falling on stony ground, but indeed they will bear fruits.
Conrad O'Brien, thanks for the time, my brother. Blessings. One love.
All the best.
And hold on, Conrad. Just remember, please remember to check out Straight Up with Conrad O'Brien, and his YouTube channel is Conrad the Fireman OB. Conrad OB the Fireman at YouTube. Check him out Mondays to Thursdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Straight up. And the man said him speak truth to power. Go ahead, Conrad.
No, Colin, you did it for me. That's what I was about to remind you. Thanks a million, my brother.
All right, one love party.
God bless you and to your producer, one love.
Yeah, man.
We're good.
Let me tell you something.
Respect.
What we are talking about are the raw numbers. The raw numbers. And them can't beat the numbers. The truth is an offense, but it's not something to be ashamed of. So we're not ashamed of the truth when we are talking truth. We're not ashamed. So we are here this morning, and we're not stay much longer in the space. But we would want the vloggers and the bloggers who are saying that PNP are put the recovery or put politics in the recovery. It is the government that is politicizing the recovery. And the government needs to stop the politicization of the recovery and invite all hands to be on deck. Invite all the organizations at the table, the NGOs, the church, civil society, the opposition, independent thinkers needs to be at the table. So you need that broad-based task force to come together, Mr. Prime Minister. And you need to open an avenue for suggestion. The ministers need to out there interacting with the media. You cannot run from the media. That's where you're going to get some ideas. You need to come talk to him, Mr. Prime Minister. I'm going to reach out to you. I've started the process. We want the opposition leader. We had him on the program. We want to talk to the finance minister. We want to talk to the health minister. We want to talk to the minister of labor. We want to talk to the minister of agriculture. And most important for me, I'd love to hear from the minister of entertainment what role that ministry is playing in the recovery of this storm. We are saying to the government, no matter with the trailer house, let's build concrete shells using our people, putting them to work right away, ramping up the economy. Yeah? That $10-15 billion that you're going to spend to buy container houses, you're going to turn that into US. You don't need to do that. We can use what we have here. Build a shell 24 by 12. You level up, get the floor, block up to floor level, put in the floor. Then what you're going to do after that is you're going to deck the roof so everything stands on the column. Because column all up building in and a block at the column them. 8 column. And you put up that. And you say to a man, say that are your own. Do what you want to do with the side. Brother.
Morning, Colin. I'm going to be, short with it. I'm listening and I'm sadly behind that idea of that shell you're talking about. Because if you remember how Jamaicans are creative, remember when they started these site and services programs under people like Odi Ramtali, what people
did that talk about it, yeah.
Some of them were like 2 and some of them like quads, like 4.
Yeah.
They build the wall, the shells with 4 corners, and 4 families get that. And look at these houses now. Go to all of these places that these houses were put up.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe that's where they started. So this container thing, they're not weather resilient. And when you look at it, where you set them, you could have all kinds of critters living under them, cockroach, you name it.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying to you?
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Flood prone, hurricane prone. No. Build these shells like you're saying, and with slab roofs.
Yes,
you
man.
know what can happen. People, you build them, then again you gotta remember that you gotta have toilet settings for them.
Yeah, man. That's why it's 24,
Yeah. Yes.
So you're going to have a bathroom in the middle of the 2. It's 2 rooms.
Yes.
So you're going to pipe the floor. So you're going to put in the bathroom pipe in the floor.
Kitchen space and the eating, the dining room and living room.
So it's 2 rooms you build, give them,
Yeah.
So if you're going to build 2 bedroom, you're going to carry it out to maybe 20 by 20.
Yep.
You understand?
And
And
you gotta remember.
And you're not putting enough partition.
So listen, despite what they say, There's no shortage of people to make concrete blocks in Jamaica.
Listen,
no shortage.
Then that you have to do a
There's
ton,
no-
you have to
listen,
turn up, a
there's
ton,
no
you have to turn up
shortage.
work, you know.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Ton, you have to
And
turn
there's
up
no shortage.
production.
There's no shortage of bricklayers in Jamaica. Masons. There's no shortage of them.
Listen,
Go into any one of the gated communities, and when the people buy these houses and they jump on them, see what the Masons doing there. What the bricklayers doing there. We don't have Masons in Jamaica now. Those have disappeared. The people used to cut stone work, right? But bricklayers, there are no shortage of them. This is the time to generate real employment.
Yes.
Which is not something that you can tab your numbers and say employment went up by 300,000 because the man and the hand cat you tag them as being working. These are time for real people to get work. Electrician, plumbers, bricklayers. Is what I'm saying to you.
Yes.
And the end result, people will have solid, weather resilient homes.
Yes,
when I
man.
was still on your program, Bressy. And just remind the people when they're sending stuff to Jamaica, you see what happened when we talked about the likelihood of diseases breaking out.
Yes.
The leptospirosis
Yes.
coming, cholera and all these things. Anything is possible.
But
So
that name is being
next
called
thing
down at the West right now, you know. That name is being called.
Okay.
But little more.
Just remember the people. Send the solar powered mosquito destroyers, mosquito zappers.
All right.
Right?
Respect.
Please, people, remember,
man.
send them to the people. And
All right.
Yeah.
876-804-7072. I hope my labor right listeners, they are listening. Because I've been telling you that over here, we are thinking about Jamaica. This is not politics we're playing over here. This is people's lives we are defending. This is what is best for Jamaica we're talking about. Yeah? So, those of you who can only call people names and come at people personally, you can't attack with argument, you can't come at with argument. You're not giving your party any ideas. Stand down. Stand down. If you're sick and you don't admit that you're sick, you're going to have a problem, you're not going to go doctor. You are not willing to show the government that they are not doing well. When the government, by their own figures, said that they have only given food to 20% of who needs this food. 20%. That's 2 out of 10. You hear? If you're scoring the government out of 10 and reaching the people who they say are in need, they are only feeding 2 out of 10 for the amount of time that has passed after the hurricane. If you consider that doing good, then when your child come home with 20% in our exam, you should also be comfortable. Should also be comfortable. They don't want people to talk these things. You're willing to accept that the World Bank say the recovery is world leading, because you don't understand that that's a diplomatic response. But you're not willing to accept that the World Bank and the IDB them say 41% of our GDP has been wiped out. Then you jump out and make nice. Come here, sir. Come tell us we're wrong and give us the right figure. 876-804-7072. Come here, sir. And tell me what the right figure is. What is GDP in Jamaica today? Because that was the question I asked Ralston. What is GDP in Jamaica today after the hurricane? And he referred to the World Bank saying that GDP, 40% of Jamaica's GDP, I don't have to understand the difference because people have been conning the item. The item will get conned bigly. See? Because the debt, paying down the debt, is different from bringing down the debt to GDP. Different. The debt is how much money the country owes. And the debt, Jamaica's debt, is $2.2 trillion. And it has not gone down. 2016, the debt was $2 trillion. So it gone up by $200 billion. Up, the debt gone, not down. Yeah? So there's no time under the Andrew Holness-led administration as the debt went down. The debt has always been going up. Yeah? Tell them come challenge that. And therefore, when you look at our debt to GDP in 2024, this is what the World Bank said. And this is what we know. This is what Ralston Hyman has been teaching. And if we watch the class, them, we're going to put them out. Because the people need to understand how the money are going out of the country. So our debt is 2.2 trillion. Our debt to GDP, because our GDP is $3.5 trillion before Hurricane Melissa. That's what they have it. Right? So that makes our debt to GDP about 60%. Ratio. It's a ratio. Now, since the hurricane, the World Bank said $8.8 billion. That's the damage. Yeah? According to World Bank, Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, yeah? Hurricane Melissa is estimated at $8.8 billion, equivalent to 41% of Jamaica's 2024 GDP. It continues to say, making it the costliest hurricane to hit the country. Now, so if all of that is true, and in an interview with Ralston Hyman, I said to him, what is Jamaica's GDP to date? So what the man do? Man, go back to this document here. Him go back to Jamaica's GDP, because GDP to debt is that work out your debt to GDP. It's a ratio. So you minus the 41% of $3.5 trillion. And when you minus that, you're at about 1.9 trillion. 1.9 trillion now is your GDP now after Hurricane Melissa. And your debt is 2.2 trillion. What is your debt to GDP ratio? So one basically I show say, you can't work it out. That's how it work out. You don't understand it? Stand down. You don't understand it? Stand down. We are on every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 5 to 7. And on Tuesday, we go 5 to 8. Because we are also on Caribbean Radio, 97.9 HD4, covering most of Florida. Check us out. Check out Caribbean Radio. Yeah? So, we come here this morning for the vloggers and the bloggers them. Because they must say we are criticizing the government. We are assisting the government by giving them honest criticism. Honest and objective. And when we criticize here, we give ideas how to fix the problem. So that's why we invite people here to listen to the show and hear what we are saying. We have solutions. We also have the solution for growth in this country. To see this country grow by upwards of 5%. We are ready to show the government how to do it. Morning, my brother.
Morning, my brother, my friend, my comrade. And I must say an excellent journalist. How you doing, sir?
I don't know about that part there. But that's all
Well,
right.
I tell you.
Well, all right. Where I say?
I call you because I did a gentleman going around on TikTok.
Yes.
And lambasting anybody who speak about the government approach to the recovery.
Oh, Tweeny.
Or the disaster. Him name must be one and only something, but him say he a winner, but he can't be a winner.
I call Tweeny.
Winners don't sit at the back of the class. He sat at the back of every class, I would assume. Let me ask you a question. Is World Bank on the ground in Jamaica covering the disaster recovery process?
They have sent representatives here, yes.
And they're on the ground daily or 24 hour. Others come for a site visit.
I don't know how long they are on the ground. I don't know the time on the ground. But what people must understand, that the World Bank response to the government's response, no pun intended, is a diplomatic response. Couldn't expect them to say anything less.
But are they responding to reports also coming out of the government?
Oh yes, that's where they would get most of their information from.
Yes, and if I'm writing a report on myself, I'm going to write the best report I can write based upon all the pillars that are important.
And here's another thing we also have to understand. The government has not officially contacted the IMF for any assistance. So the team that would do the assessment, by my calculation, would not be on the ground. It is when you reach out to them for assistance that they will send in the team that will do that deep dive.
But from what I'm seeing and from what I have read and heard the PM, they have calculated the IMF possible funding already in the money that they have.
Yeah, but them not reach out for it yet.
So they might count the hens before all the eggs are hatched.
Maybe not, but yeah, what Ralston could tell us that is what is there at the IMF for that fund.
Yes.
Right? So the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister would know that this is what the IMF give for that. But there has to be a process. And the process has not started yet.
I've not been engaged yet.
It not start.
I remember.
It not start.
As I said, I've not been engaged because I remember the day before the Prime Minister's press conference, IMF made a post. And that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that the man have not reached out to them yet.
And if you watch the PAAC, I think the Finance Secretary also made the very same comment, you know?
Yes.
So I am wondering, where are these people getting their information from in terms of thinking that the lived experience of the people on the ground is a fallacy compared to what the government put in a report? But Shaka, let us move on to something that I know. We had 6 deaths so far because of leptospirosis.
Yes, that is what has been reported.
And 37 cases.
Yes, that's the report.
I will tell you, more is to come.
Well, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. I wouldn't challenge that at all.
And you remember, for weeks I've been saying this to you, and many people have been saying this. And if the government don't fix the approach, it will become wicked upon them. And I think, Anity Shaka, with the broken healthcare system that we have down west, I pray for my people. That's all I can do. Because if the government don't scale up its operation, worse is yet to come. And I'm not being fear-mongering. I'm just being honest.
But Excellence, this is one of the reasons why we've been saying to the government, you need to evacuate people, you know. Too much people in the space, in the country. So if you have less people in there right now, using the limited resource, you maybe would have stand a chance of avoiding some of these contaminants, right? And the fact that everybody chuck up in the same way, no proper portable water in most areas. We are asking the government how many water sites have you set up since the hurricane that people can get portable water to use. And these are some of the things that are going to cause the disease. Am I wrong or am I right?
Shaka, you are correct, but I'm going to say this here, Shaka. As I said to somebody, The government is giving each MP here down in the Westmoreland and the most affected areas $2.5 million for water. While during the disaster, during last year, when there was a drought, they gave the parish 5 million. And the drought was not like this. This is a disaster
Hold on,
we have
hold on,
to
hold on.
you have.
Hold on, excellent. You said the government is giving each MP $2.5 million for water.
Yeah, man, that's what I think they was communicating.
But what you just said last year in the drought, they gave the parish 5 million. So that would be less than what they're giving them now. They would be giving them more now.
No, man. So no, each MP, so the parish gets 7.5 because there are 3 MPs down there now.
Right.
But last year they gave the municipal corporation 5 million. But I'm saying in that time, the risk of these diseases weren't there.
That's true.
The environmental situation surrounding wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a greater need for potable water than before.
Let me tell you what I think need to happen in those areas. Water stations need to set up forthwith. I said Dayton set up. I said Dayton set up a few. That must be replicated in every community.
But Shaka, I did the math, you know. I tried a little rough maths.
Yeah.
Right? I tried a black tank for $20,000. And I heard that there's 173 communities in Westmoreland.
Yes.
I did a little math. So I said, all right, 173 communities. Each one need 2 water tanks.
2,000 gallon.
And I did the cheapest water tank at $20,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not sure black tank that's over $20,000 anymore.
Maybe more.
And
between
that was,
20 30.
And that was 6.9 million.
For
that
what?
Means
for putting the tanks
7.
alone.
5 million,
yeah.
Just out of the 7.5 million, 6.9 got to put in just the tank.
Which are needed. Which are needed.
All right. And for the transportation of waters. I'm saying to you, Shaka, I would have thought the government would have been a government with insight and say, guess what? 2.5 million can't work. Let us give the man them a minimum in order to prevent disease outbreak and all these things.
I look at it a little bit different.
1.5 million. 1.5 million.
I look at it a little
so
different.
Water available.
Excellent.
To the system like go ahead, Chaka.
The Water Commission, you see, the National Water Commission should be tasked in this instant to put in, between the Water Commission and the Parish Council, should put in these tanks. And then the MP ensure that the tanks are filled every day. You see, those are some of the things that would alleviate some of the problems we are looking at when we talk about solution over cure. And they must get on it now. So 2.5, as you rightfully say, can't work if the MPs have to put in these tanks.
And I will say this to you, Shaka. I will say this to you. The 10,000 black tank that they had in January for the election to give away to different MPs. No people could use some of those black tanks.
But maybe we need to find out if all of those have been issued. Maybe all of them not issued yet, you know.
Yes, no, those will be very important in these communities.
Hold on, somebody's saying 1,000 gallon tank is about $64,000. You may be right, you know, Carla. So maybe we have to look on some 650.
Shaka, I just did the cheapest tank.
650 that you have
for a tank.
650 tank that. I think it's a 650.
Shaka, I just did the cheapest value for any tank.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's 200. I just said at $20,000 for a tank. So this is the match that adding up. When you again? Is a Mayor Thompson match me I do?
But the man them now program the thing to assist as much people as possible.
They just want to say, Chaka, we have done this in the report, but if it is efficient or not, the report won't show it. They just want to write something on the report and send back to the multilaterals.
Well, people them need help, brother. The same brethren the way I talk about, you know. Me hear him talk about wrong numbers. I him same one me hear I talk about the debt to GDP number say it wrong. I him want to call me this morning. Any one of them will say the number wrong. We are ask you, based on the fact that we have finished up the show now, but we are asking you to give us the correct number and show us the workings. Because if you have to wait upon the World Bank to tell you where your GDP debt, then that further enforce the fact that Ralston has been saying this, the hapless finance minister. She don't understand what is going on. And obviously a lot of you out there who are defending her don't know what going on neither. You don't need help.
Shaka?
Yeah.
If you have to wait for him to call, your show will run until next year this time.
He'll never call.
Precisely.
They are set up propagandists.
Shaka.
It's pure propaganda them spread.
Shaka.
Yes.
That man come out and say leptospirosis is spread through the feces of rodents. And I said to him, boss,
it's the urine.
Where that it is possible that is highly improbable compared to the urine.
It's the urine that is dangerous.
You know the man responds to more Shaka?
Yeah.
The man said, I am a trained laboratory technician with a decade of experience. You need to stay in your lane because healthcare is not your field.
Wow.
And his labor right cheerleaders with their pom pom were like, yes, slam him in nine place, put him in nine place. I just smiled and said to myself, in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. No, Shaka, no. I just said to myself, in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty.
Yes.
And he's in a lot of water and he's still thirsty, so I'll leave him alone.
Little more, brother.
Have a good day, my brother.
One love.
Yeah, man.
Yes, man. Excellence. Somebody I know personally. Morning.
Yes, Mr. Bell. Morning.
I'm looking for a GLP vlogger or blogger who say the numbers are wrong that Ralston Iman put out. I'm looking for somebody to come tell me the correct number.
Don't worry, Brett.
I won't.
But you have to remember to our next mix to the container thing, you know. More fish head or can get off of the container thing than if you do it. Otherwise, the concrete.
Well, if they don't take this idea, then it's obvious that they don't love Jamaica. Because the first thing you look at, you're going to need US dollars to buy these containers and ship them here. And if they cost $3 million, if the cost is $3 million and my idea costs 3.5, it is still better than the containers. Because what it will do is create that employment, generate that activity in the economy in these areas right now. For 2 months, you're going to just bring back people to life. People start rise and shine again. Yeah?
Yeah. Yes, man, true word. But still, I have to remember, say, on the container with them friends, we are bring it in, and that's the bigger fish out there for them. So
then we know say them no love Jamaica. Then we know say them no love Jamaica. And as Obi rightfully said, we're calling on the opposition to take this idea and run with it.
Yes.
Take the idea and run with it. Yeah. Build out these concrete shell. And then I'm sure people will assist people in putting in the walls and the partition. Yeah? Build back where the people them dep and the people them land who don't have no land, who you know want to put back in a certain area that a swamp. Government lands are available in all these parishes. Just put in a community. You have to build the house them faster. 60 days maximum. You can deliver 5,000 shells to the people of the Western Parish. Put shelter over the people them head.
Yep, true. But you know, me I look and me I say, boy, them people are really, imagine them really up on the ground and see the plight of the people and them, me not up on the ground, right? And just the video me watch more time, me can't even to manage to watch them car.
Yes.
Yeah, water them, yeah. Can't manage more time to take it in. And the people that really up on the ground and see it and still is a callous man.
Yeah, man.
What heart them people that have, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know what them I think. I don't know that them people that take the politics to a different level. The man them bitter. And like your government are going to election. And we have proposed proper ideas that if your government put in them your ideas, yeah, I don't know a which part, the next party would have come back round. And we have put these ideas on the table and you criticize you. You're wicked to people. Are people you're wicked to?
Yeah, man.
Wicked.
You know, I say, boy, Jamaican people sal, because I pre now, I say, look at this. If the election, if they stand, become 1 month before election, everybody nice, you know. Jamaican people are good.
Yeah.
If it stand, they just come 1 month before the election. Everybody would have good. Everybody that out there. Artists. Everybody.
Yeah, man. But
yeah.
but let me tell you something. If them take on my idea, we could have generate a national spirit in the country, as a Rasta. When you say to contractors, whether PNP or GLP, you say to contractors, we ask you to come in at the space for 1 2 months. Make we build up at that space here. Put your project on hold. We are give you a contract for build 120 at the house. You understand? And just get everybody down there. Zin, truckers are get work, tradesmen are get work, laborers, you bring in all of the laborers, them down there, the people them down there when now work, you bring them in, then carry little sand, them carry little something, get a day pay. Boom. You build 5,000 of them shell there. 24 by 12. Zin, 2 room.
Yeah, man.
People who can help themselves or put on that right away.
Well, the man, them not think about the well-being of the people. Them understand. We can say, good show, though, brother. Good show. Well
Respect
done.
and thanks. Yeah, man.
Yes, man.
Yes, my people. This has been Jamaica Talk. We did one last week Sunday morning, and we are here again this Sunday morning. Thank you for joining us. May the good Lord bless and keep you all. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. To the government, no trailer house. Put the container house on pause. We are proposing that the government build out some shells for the people. You go and build the floor, block it up to floor level, put in the columns, standard size column, 8 column. You're going to deck the top. You're going to pipe it. You're going to pipe the roof. The government can deliver. The government can deliver 5,000 of those in 60 days. I make the people them have somewhere to put them head. Generate jobs, save foreign exchange. Go ahead, caller.
Morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, man, go ahead.
Yeah, regarding homeless in South Africa.
Yeah.
I want to inform the people who collect the money from NHT, who I think his guy's name is George Neal, who was in a contract with the government to build some house, with the NHT to build some house, and he got a lawsuit or a settlement or something from the NHT.
And he only pay them back $20 million. And pay them back the money plus only $20 million.
Right. Yeah. A section of these people is in South Africa, and you know that. They moved on to South Africa, you know that, right? A portion of them people.
No, I don't know.
So Andrew Owen is gone to South Africa. I just gone to South Africa with G something.
He's out.
Them people.
He's out.
Between me and you.
He's out. How will you say?
Now some information different. I tell you, seriously, I tell you this.
Where say the people will build them house there and then them sell back the house them for $20 million.
Yeah, them people, some of the people in there South Africa, you know that, right?
No, me don't know that.
They relocate to South Africa.
Never know that.
Yes, inside information this I get right now. Some of them people relocate to South Africa.
Yes.
So Andrew is gone to check them.
Tell her.
Why they a pastor? Why the man them talk? A serious thing I tell her. We wish we could have an investigation done. The more we go to Rattigan because this is something serious what I tell you about now.
What you not say?
The people must get the money. Yes, so I tell you this.
Where say my come back looking good?
I tell you, say, get a port, the people must get their money from the NHT, the 600 million.
Because that is
something. Pay back NHT 20 million.
That is something that the Jamaican people. That is something that the Jamaican people not take up, you know. The man, the housing trust, the housing trust pay the man them to build the houses, you know. And the man them say, yo, we not build no more house for you. And when it got court, them just pay about the housing trust at a settlement. Going a settlement with them to get back the money plus $20 million. What a wicked move.
One group of the people who collect the money back, they have moved, relocate last year to South Africa, gonna live and them turn pastors, gonna take charge of the church and everything. So you have to be careful. Andrew is gonna check them down there between me and you.
All right.
Next thing.
Yeah.
Next thing, this free things will come to the war for Andrew Owens. Me stood up and watch him in a parliament and say that everything to hurricane relief are gonna have duty free and GCT free to come in the island. And someone asked if it's for personal people who can get it without organization like charity organization. And I heard him say yes, it's so.
Yeah,
Go and
man.
review the thing.
Yeah.
Me get to understand that. When I contact my shipper here and say to him, say, all right, I have my 6 barrel ready, my generator ready, my ladder them ready, everything ready for ship. He must say to me, say, no, unless you have to have charity organization, you have to register a charity and thing. I must say, no. The government said that anybody was sending things personally to people.
You need to go on the ODPM website, and I think that's where you apply. You don't have to set up no charity, but you'd have to send it through ODPM, I think.
No, man. I say my thing to my mother, Bridget, and my family. What about
what I'm saying, hold on. When I said to you, brother, if you want the free thing, you have to use that portal. That's how you get the free thing.
So I forgot AdPem, got register with AdPem.
You have to go up on them website and check out the process how it happened. You don't have to set up the charity, but you have to send it through a way that the government, you said to the government, say, this is where me I send as hurricane relief. ODPM now going near things. But it comes.
So they want to declare where I send first. They want to declare your things.
I'm not sure how the whole thing go, but I know that that is where you need to go to get the necessary information, and they will provide.
Rasta. You know much people over here are upset.
No, man, you have to go up on that. Try out that. Try what me tell you. Go to the ODPM website and put in where you want to send barrels for hurricane relief, and it will guide you where to go.
I'm place my bill back at Jamaica. My own personal place my bill back. I'm live on my house. I'm have to fix everything and send my generator and all them things.
Yeah, man. So you have send things for your mother. Yeah, man. So just go up on that side. Check it out.
Man, I make too much red tape. I think that's something easy. Just take them and send them through and them go through with the crew, the ship, and just carry them through.
No, then everybody, everything that they wouldn't bother collect no duty or thing there. So you have to state it. You have to state it.
No duty now collect. Them say portion of things is going to be duty free.
Yeah, man.
But some things are going to be duty free.
You have to state it. So just check it out. Check out the ODPM site. All right, my brother.
But yeah, you have to check out that thing that's still I tell about with Andrew Owens gone to South Africa.
Yes, man.
A section of the people who collect a portion of the money from the NHC pay back the 600 million. They move and relocate to South Africa, and one of them, the husband, a pastor. So me feel since the wife gone turn pastor to a different land to go and let them God come save people when they're criminals. Yeah, brother.
Little more.
Check out that.
Bless.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yes, my people. So we are saying to the government, build concrete structure. Get the people them. Build out the concrete structure. Give it to the people them. Put by the people them in a somewhere solid. No container house. Even where you sell through NHT, build out them size there. Little bigger than the container. People will accept that. I tell you. I love it. One love, my people. See you tomorrow evening. Blessings. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate you coming on. Share it up. Share up this live here. That even after we are, people can go check it out and hear the ideas that we have put forward for the people of Jamaica, and that the government should take up and run with it. And we're still challenging anybody out there who said that the debt to GDP is not 115%. Come tell us the right figure. Yeah, Obi. You want it to be still on, I want to come out. No much in a day.